spooky friends, it's Katie Hettenbach, host of Katie Afraidy, and this is another episode. A Zoom episode, that's right. And today we are chatting with Sarah Nicklin from a little movie called VHS Halloween. And here's that interview. It was a delight. Can't wait for you guys to watch it.
Record. There we go. Woo-hoo.
Thank you, YouTube tutorials. I
Yeah,
also do that because I'm like, I don't know quite how to do this.
yeah, exactly. I looked it all up. Yeah, and where the file goes and all that stuff, because
Mhm. Yeah, it's, as soon as you're like, oh, I recorded it, and then the fun part is finding it.
that exactly,
Like,
exactly.
what do you mean it's in a folder that's in seven other folders?
Yeah,
Sure, why not? Let's make it really hard.
yeah, of course, we want to do that. Yeah,
Well, let's get into it. Let's freaking
sure. Yeah.
congrats on the movie.
Thank you.
So welcome. I finished it last night at 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
I got home from work at 1, so I was like, let's get into it. And it was
Like,
great.
good, yay. Hopefully it's even better at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm already delusional. I'm like, this is nuts. So let's say that's like nobody's ever heard of VHS Halloween. How would you explain it to them?
It is the eighth film in the VHS franchise, which is a series of found footage anthology films, and VHS Halloween is focused to theme on Halloween. Our segment, the one that I'm in, is called Home Haunt, and I play a mom of a family where we do a, rinky-dink home haunt every year, but this year we get a haunted record and we play it, and the maze comes to life, and then we have a gauntlet of fighting now the real life monsters that we had initially created to try to escape.
Which also, not to spoil anything already, but your character is a badass.
She is. Yeah, she very much is.
I was
Very
like,
fun.
okay. I was like, go Sarah, because oh, she's gonna be this like little like, oh, I'm the mom,
Yeah.
and then she's like, just shoving
Oh,
it, like, damn, go, mom, go.
yeah.
Gotta protect your kids.
Exactly.
You gotta protect that haunt. You gotta protect it. That's amazing. So, how you get the call? Hey, we want you to do VHS. What was going through your head, and also going through like this is different than normal acting. I think at
A little
least
bit,
from
yeah.
my perspective, because I found footage is very staccato. So how is that process for you?
Yeah. I mean, when I first found out that I was going to be involved in it, I was so excited because, it's such a well-loved and established franchise to like be able to be part of that family was super cool. And then working with RH and Micheline, who are friends of mine and were directors of the segment, was also like amazing because I know that everything they do is just like top tier quality, gorgeous. So I knew that it was going to be something really special. And so then when it came to actually like acting in it, you're right, it is a little different than doing other types of film because of the nature of found footage with cameras are always moving around, and the illusion that there are no cuts in there, even though there are some that are kind of hidden. It was a lot more like doing a play than it was doing a film, which I actually really enjoyed because
Mhm.
that's my background. Like I did theater throughout high school and college, and so I got to like kind of step back into that where you're just living in the world and maybe the camera catches you, maybe it doesn't, but you're
Mhm.
on all the time and just constantly interacting with your actors in the environment. Whereas with a regular film setup, if you know that you're off camera, it's kind of a different relationship
Yeah.
for than when you're on all the time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so were you guys holding the cameras? Were there cameramen and you were like behind them talking?
There were
Or
cameramen.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So the
Or
actors
or camera women,
or
camera
cam yes.
people.
Camera, yeah, for us it was cameraman, man.
Okay.
Sean was a wonderful DP camera operator for this, and he was the one that was always operating the camera, even
Mhm.
when it's supposed to, be one of the actors. But the actor would be just like behind him with him, and you try to get like timing of getting, hands in or
Yeah,
whatever, just to make it feel like more natural as far as who's actually holding the camera.
that's so fun. That's so. It's also like you never know how these things because found footage is just an art in itself. Oop,
It
that's
really
my
is.
alarm. Good morning. Good morning. I wanted to make sure I was on time, and I am on time. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But it's this own art that's a challenge, but it's also like people consider it easy, and I think it's one of the hardest things to pull off well.
Totally. I totally agree with you. I think people are just like, oh, found footage is so easy. You just like take a camera and like point it around at stuff. It's like, no, it's harder
Art.
than regular like filming, because you're seeing everything. And it's not just, oh, we just kind of point. No, everything is carefully choreographed. Like it's all planned out, but then you don't have the luxury of being able to really edit it in post.
Yeah.
So you have to get it how it's going to be. It's like doing an entire movie in one take, kind of
Yeah.
like a big oneer. I think that's more accurate to like the approach of what found footage is in terms of how easy it is when it's
Yeah.
really not.
So how many takes were like was the most? Jesus, let me rephrase that. My brain, we're good. How like what shot scene took the longest to film when it came to like you had the most takes, and then which one was like we got it in two, we're good, we can do one more if we need to.
I think the longest one was actually it's kind of one of the more simple scenes,
Mhm.
but it's where we're in the hallway before we go into the executioner's room
Mhm.
after the all the ghost stuff in the cemetery. And the reason that that took so long to do is because there were three different versions of the scene in different lengths. So
Okay.
that they would have different options when
Mhm.
RH was editing it to decide based on the pacing, like what would work best here. So it wasn't just, okay, we'll just do the scene once and get it like the long way and then edit it down.
Yeah.
No, you have to do it correctly three different ways so that and then you can pick which of those three takes you want to use so you get it correct the three different ways. So I think that took a little while, and then some of the fastest stuff is the blood and effects work because you get two takes of that and you can't do it again because there's blood everywhere.
Well, here we go.
Like that's it. So the blood coming out of the ghost and
Mhm.
spraying all over Judy. We did two takes of that. And one, where she actually gets the full face of blood, and then another one where you start on the ghost and then whip pan to her so that she already had some blood on her, so it made sense.
Mhm.
But other than that, that's all you're gonna get,
Yeah.
out of the effects stuff.
You don't want to redo that. You don't want to redo that.
No, because that would take so much. Could you imagine how much time that would take? You go shower and get clean and get
Mhm.
redressed and dried and makeup and like you
It
don't have
would.
time for that.
There's no time. There's no
No.
time. You gotta go, 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 go. I also have to say this. I am not like VHS is not my franchise. I respect it so much. I and like because I think it's the anthology of like
Mm,
it's also so shaky. This
yeah.
one wasn't like this one I actually enjoyed. Like genuinely.
Yay.
I was like, I don't know if it's because it's Halloween themed or I don't it wasn't as like shaky
Yeah,
as the past VHS where you're like, oh, I can actually digest this a little
exactly.
easier
Yeah.
versus at I'm gonna throw up because it's slow motion, which
Yeah.
works for some things, but this
I'm
one
with you.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh yay, they have steady hands, thank God.
Exactly. Like even when they're running away from creatures, they have a good like control of the camera. I'm totally, totally with you on that when it's all over the place. You're like, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah,
Why am I? Yeah.
I'm
So
like, I understand it's creative and I love it, but oh, you're gonna make me throw up. Thank you
yeah.
so Thank you so much. It's crazy. So, what was your favorite scene to film?
I think my favorite scene was the stuff with the executioner
Mhm.
where I got to, you know, be the badass with the axe and like everything with him. So that was super fun. I like doing that, you know, the physical stuff, and I like, you know, doing the fight choreography and like all of that sort of thing. So I think that was really fun. It was also a very just complicated scene to shoot
Yeah,
too. But yeah, it looked really cool, and that makeup was so good.
fun. It's so fun. It's also coming from a theater background as well. Stage combat.
Yeah.
Anytime here's a sword, here's a weapon, you're like,
Yes.
oh,
You're like, give it to me.
I'm throwing. We're we're gonna have so much fun. So, what was the hardest scene or the hardest take kind of scene? It's weird to say scene because I'm like, does every cut does that count as a scene?
Right. Like what is a scene versus yeah, I get it.
I don't know, but you get it. Yeah,
I get what you mean. I totally
yeah.
get what you mean. So I think the hardest thing that we shot was actually the ghost when it
Mhm.
meets Rick Baker. Because there was just that was such a technical thing in order to get it to execute properly, and there were puppets and like fake legs, and like there was a lot of like choreography that was happening in order to try to get that and to get it to look good. And it there were some issues with it, and it had to do like a workaround in order to, you know, so like that was the probably the most difficult. It wasn't really difficult for me because I'm kind of just waiting for him to get eaten, and then, you know, pans and
Yeah.
but better than that.
Ah, he's really good, guys. Hire him.
Exactly. But yeah, that probably was one of the more difficult ones just because of all the technical pieces that went into that. And also in the mausoleum with the Bumblebee boy when he gets ripped
Mhm.
apart, that also took a little bit to get that as well. Because again, so much choreography with the ghouls coming out of the crypts and grabbing him and like guts coming out and like yeah, that was also pretty difficult.
Yeah, this was gnarly. That was gnarly. It's
Yeah.
a whole every like little segment, every tiny little segment that's in this is just it got, you know, I'm always like, oh, it's not gonna be that bad. And then it just keeps up in the ante. I'm like, I forgot what I'm watching. And I'm like, it's they're all so good. If you had to be in another one, which one where you're like, ooh, it would have been so fun to do this as that character, or you know, yeah.
I also I really liked Coochie Coochie Coo, the
Mhm.
first one or second one because Giant Phantasm was the first one. But yeah, I thought that was really fun and creative, and that like mommy creature is just so weird. So like I think yeah, that one would have been really fun to be part of.
Absolute nightmare. I was like,
Yeah.
I you just see it peek around the corner, and I was like, what is that?
Exactly.
What is that?
What?
What is that? It's also, I thought it was so interesting that, you know, I know that everyone's like, oh, the theme is Halloween. I don't know how much communication directors have with each other, so they don't cross over ideas. I'm assuming they don't.
Yeah, no, they don't, not really.
The overarching theme is that they're like shaming people who are, you know, high school, college, who want to go trick or treating still.
Yeah.
And
And
I
who
that
take more than one piece of candy. That's the other thing. That's like,
yeah,
yeah.
which two should take two. You know what? If you want, it should be two, okay? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be crazy. I'll take two. I'll take what I want. I'm not gonna take any more, okay? I'm
agreed.
not that person. But Halloween and trick or treating should not have a limit. If you're
Agreed.
if you're wearing a costume, you should go. You should go.
Yeah.
No what age?
We even so when trick-or-treaters come to our house, I have like a little thing of pumpkin beer like to the side. I'm like, parents, do you want to trick or treat while you're like while you
Oh
walk
my freaking alarm. Uh,
up?
my apologies. My apologies. It's the thing swipe up and it's like, oh, it's gone.
Yeah, and then it comes back 10 minutes later.
You're like, no, wait, no, no, no. I always forget that every time.
Yeah.
Anyway, trick-or-treaters, pumpkin beer, amazing.
Yeah. Because the parents need something too, right? Like, yeah.
It's
Good.
give them.
Halloween for everyone.
It's it's the same thing when you go to the doctor and they're like, "Oh, do you want a sticker?" I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
as an adult, and they're like, "You're funny, Caitlin." I'm like, first of all, it's Katie. Second of all,
Give me the damn sticker.
I know for a 5 cents. Just give me one, please. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is, I deserve a treat for doing this, for
Yeah.
being a big girl. Okay?
Since when did becoming adult mean that you have to be boring? Like,
That's
why? Like, you don't have to. You can still be fun. Like, come on.
it's the same thing with like everybody's houses being beige and boring. I'm like, point like where's the whimsy?
Yeah.
Where and beige can be cool. No, it's not. I'm gonna it. No,
Not really, no.
be creative. Pick a
Yeah.
different. Pick a
Now that
different.
you're an adult, you can do whatever you want, literally.
I
So have fun.
can do anything. Anything you want. There are rules, but there are literally no rules. You can do what you
Yeah.
want. We make the rules. We make the rules.
Very true.
So, going on the theme of Halloween and Halloween candy, what is your go-to Halloween candy?
Okay, so I just discovered something that I think is my new favorite.
Okay.
Because historically, I have always really loved Reese's and Kit Kats.
Hmm.
And now they have these like Reese's fast breaks, which are basically like a Reese's and a Kit Kat together
Oh my
because
God.
you have the chocolate and the peanut butter with the wafer. And so I'm like, you just made a love child of my two favorite candies. So this is my new favorite Halloween candy.
That's insane. I'm so happy for you.
I'm very happy for me too. I literally just discovered it last night. I was like, oh,
You're like, I'm buying 12 bags of
yep.
right, and I'm just gonna, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. There's a specific Twizzler that's only around Halloween, and it's the short, fat ones.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not a Twizzler person, but those are so good. No, I don't know what they're. It's you know what? I'm like red dye 40.
Yeah, give it to me.
I need more of it. You know what? Give me more. But they're so good. Fine, they're so hard to find. They're only around that here.
And so
So
you gotta get a bunch and save them, freeze them, like keep them good. That's what I do with Girl Scout cookies. Freeze them, save them for the rest of the year.
literally, just you have one every time you do something great. You're like,
Yes, here's
we
a cookie. Here's
I
a
need,
treat.
need to de-thaw my Thin Mint.
They're actually really good frozen too.
There you go. I was more of a like the whatever the shortbread one was.
Oh yeah,
It's
truffle.
like the plainest one.
No, I know. That's my number three. That
Yeah.
I would put. Yeah,
It's
tagalongs, truffle. No, I don't remember. I don't know.
always trifle.
Try. It's something like that.
They
Yeah.
changed the name. I when I was in Girl Scouts, uh, they it was like they were all different names. The Thin
Yeah.
Mints like stayed the same.
Right. That's like the only one.
And you're like, what? Just keep it the same because then old people are gonna get confused, and then it's a whole thing. Keeping the theme of Halloween, what was your favorite and most memorable Halloween costume as a kid?
I
One,
think my most memorable would be so like I kind of when I first started discovering that like there were alternative people like in the world like skaters, goth, all that sort of stuff and I was like I'm kind of curious about this. I think I like want to give this a try, but I was kind of too scared to. So for Halloween, I dressed up one year as a goth. That was my Halloween costume. So like I got like gel and like the long sticky bangs and I glued like a bead on my nose. It's like a nose ring and like black lipstick. And so that was my like first step into like I maybe want to like do this as like with my life, but it's safe to try it on Halloween.
yeah, that's we are the same person because for like 4 years I was like daughter of darkness, like vampire, but it was just goth. It was just goth.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But
Yep.
Like, what if I was something scary, but it was just me wearing all black.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that's how you like you're allowed to do it in a safe way,
Yeah.
with Halloween. So
And then I think the prominent year where people actually thought I was goth, I was actually Adam Lambert.
so
So that was prime time for sixth grade.
that's
Prime time,
perfect.
prime time. Saw him and I was like, I love you. And then I'm like, what do you mean you're gay? What?
Oh
What
no.
do you mean? What do you mean?
Crush my dreams.
Said, what age did you stop trick or treating?
Oh, probably when I went to college. Yeah, so I'd say probably like when I was like 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you move out on your own and then yeah, in college because I was in Boston and so like I'm not gonna I don't even know how you go trick-or-treating in a city. Like I grew up in the suburbs on a cul-de-sac. Like I can do that trick-or-treating. But I wouldn't even know how to do that like in the Commonwealth of Boston. So I think that's kind of where it ended, stopped.
I should have kept going. I was like, I have to stop when I get to high school.
No, no.
It was so lame. I
Yeah.
just had on Halloween for like 4 years. I was like, this sucks. I mean, I did one year. I was like, oh, we'll do a home haunt. I had friends who were not into scaring at all. So it was just me terrifying the kids and then like in like a scary mask. And they're like, go ahead, go, just say boo, anything.
I
Don't
love it.
be creepy. Just
Yeah.
they were not. But I did make a high schooler cry and
Yes.
out of the cul-de-sac. So
Amazing. Amazing.
I was like, wow, am I scary?
I
Do I have a career in horror? What's going on? Who knew?
love it.
Who
Love
knew?
it.
Signs were there. The signs were there. Okay. Got a couple more things.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We're doing
Uh,
it. We're doing
But
it.
happy we're so like it took us so long, guys. It took us
I
so
know, but it's happening. Yay.
you we stick to it. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Okay. What is your favorite horror movie right now?
Right now, I really love Bring Her Back. That came out earlier this year. I think it's like a perfect horror film, and I think it's so well written and so well acted, and like it sticks with you. It's very bleak, but I like bleak horror, and I like more the like psychological horror. So yeah, I really love that film.
And do you love gnawing on countertops?
Yeah, and knives and wood and like oh, all of that stuff. I was like, it was so effective. Like that sort of stuff is way more like ugh to me than like the way over the top gore, like Terrifier type stuff, because it's like realistic and you don't always see it coming, and then it's just so.
It, it's it's like the paper cut in between the fingers.
Yeah.
And the knife. I was like, yeah, eat that knife. Eat it. Yeah, more. Get more.
Yeah.
Get more. Ugh, ugh. I love it. Ugh.
Yeah.
So, what was the first horror movie or just movie in general to scare you?
The Exorcist. I saw that. I was at a friend's sleepover party and I was in like fourth or fifth grade, and her like cool older brother had rented it for us. So it's a bunch of, preteens in their sleeping bags just watching The Exorcist for the first time. And I had never seen a horror movie before. So I was just like throw you in the deep end, and like with Reagan and like what she did with the cross, and I was like, oh, what? Why would she do that? Like,
What do you mean?
it's like it was yeah, that definitely terrified me, and I think that's such a it's so that movie is so has so much resonance still, and it changes like every time you watch it. You identify with like different characters, and it's a different viewing experience if you rewatch it like every 10 years.
Yeah, I love that. It's also like seeing as a kid versus an adult. You're like, oh, I didn't like that part used to terrify me, but it's not as that bad now.
Yeah.
I get why I was terrified But now this part freaks me out. It's just, it's so good. I love, and a lot of people, when I ask that, they, the most common answer is the Exorcist.
Oh
For,
yeah, yeah.
it's a common trauma bond.
I mean, it's true. It did its job. It did its job, 100%.
I'm like the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, the Green Goblin.
Also terrifying.
Or
Yeah.
I'm terrified of Willem Dafoe.
He's so creepy. He's so
He's
good though. So good at being creepy.
so, and he's from Wisconsin, and I'm like, SD
Yeah.
from me. He's so good, but
Yeah.
he's so
Agreed.
good. Well, again, we love him. We love him.
We
But
do. We do. We very much do.
and then this year, this October, what are you gonna be for Halloween?
So I'm gonna be a female Pennywise so far for Halloween, which is fun, but like honestly, my husband and I were gonna do a couple's costume, which would have been cooler. We were gonna do a dead Sid and Nancy, but since I've been out of town on a movie, like we didn't have as much time to do the Halloween this year. So I'm just doing a female Pennywise, which is still fun, but it's not like it's just the easy, like out of the box costume.
But sometimes you know what, you gotta give yourself a year to just be like, I'm gonna go back to doing something from Spirit or
Yeah,
whatever. Just
exactly.
yeah, do what you gotta do, and then now you can start planning for
For
X.
next year, yeah, I have like a running list of like fun couples costumes for us to do. I'm like, we just gotta slowly our way through all of them.
Now, what else you got?
So we love Buffy, and so in one of the Halloween episodes, Willow is Joan of Arc, and she has a close personal relationship with God, who is Oz with a sticker. So deep cut, but I really want to do that one. Also,
That?
my husband doesn't really love to dress up that much, so I gotta find like fairly simple costumes for him.
Mhm.
And the Loved Ones, another like love that movie, and I think that would be a cool costume. Also want to do from Michael Dougherty's Trick or Treat, Anna Paquin with the werewolf and the guy that's pretending to be a vampire that's like chasing after her. So yeah, couple of options.
Those are those are all amazing and solid, and do them all. Do them all.
Yeah, yeah. We
Do
just
them
need
all.
more Halloweens. We need Halloween every 6 months.
That's I'm, I'm gonna die. I think we all in the horror community we would all die.
Exhaustion. Well, then it would be spread out though. So
That's
rather, you
true.
know,
Hopefully, yeah.
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, it's just all condensed into. Everyone's like, "What if we did all spooky things right now?" I'm like, "What if we did them all year, though?"
Yeah, exactly. Let's give us a little breathing room, please.
Yeah, start in like August and then like end in October, and then just chill out for November, then come back. Come
Yeah,
back in January. Perfect.
exactly.
Perfect. So we are winding down. We have some a little silly thing I like to ask.
Yeah.
Do you think audiences will be afraidy or not afraidy of VHS Halloween?
I think horror audiences are not going to be afraidy. I think they're going to have fun with it because it has a really fun tone. I think people that don't watch a lot of horror will probably be afraid because then there's a lot of like, gore and like spooky, scary stuff that if you don't watch it that much, you're not as desensitized as we are, that it will totally appeal to them too.
Yeah. Giant babies.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, creepy.
uh,
Very creepy.
and where are people able to watch?
VHS Halloween is currently streaming on Shudder and AMC Plus.
Yay. And well, thank you so much for
Yay!
congrats again. You fucking crushed it. You were a badass. I didn't know what to expect. I'm always like, oh, my friend's in a movie. I'm gonna see, and I was like, yeah, get it, get it.
Get
Get it.
it?
I'm just cheating on the whole time. I'm like, go Sarah, go Sarah, go. Like,
That's one of the things I loved about that character so much is that I got to do that like sweet suburban mom, but then
Mhm.
the like badass, monster killer where she's the hero. Like, and nobody saw that coming at all, I'm sure, when they first started watching it.
I did not. You put that preacher's head into the vat, and I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
get it, hell yeah. You ever
Super fun.
freaking crushed it. Well, thank
You.
you so much for chatting with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Sarah is amazing. Literally the sweetest human ever. Love her dearly. And please go watch VHS Halloween. It is so fun, so spectacular, and just in time for spooky season. Go watch. Cool? Awesome. We will see you next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz. You know the drill. And yeah, we'll see you then. Stay spooky.